So let's check the shortcut here. Microsoft Edge. I have Word document here, Microsoft Edge. So let me go up. Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge. Let's go to M. Microsoft Edge. Sometimes the name is rather, it can be Explorer or Microsoft Edge. I've opened it. So let's see the name here. Microsoft Edge. I think the name is not easy to be identified. Microsoft Edge. Okay, okay, let's go to process here. When you come to process here, I think you can see Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge. I think the name, you have these ones are services, application. Okay, I think let me. I want to open more and see what I have in the processor. And then the name for Microsoft Edge is not easy to be identified here unless we analyze it critically. So Microsoft Edge, okay, no problem. So that's the one that seems to be difficult to identify because of the name. So for every application you open, you have the shortcut here. Let's open Excel. Let me try and open Excel and see. Excel. I have Excel here. Excel. Okay, so let's check Excel. The processor, the task manager, whether it's easy to identify Excel here. Yeah, Excel is here. So you can see the name here, excel.exe, and the process ID is here. Okay. So, okay, that is it. Okay. Okay, Microsoft Edge. Sorry, Microsoft Excel is here. Okay, let's see. The Microsoft Edge is here. Here is the name, MS Edge. So if you run it, go to MS Edge like this, you're going to open it, MS Edge. So that is, so I find your shortcut. When you use Task Manager, it's very, very simple. You open it, and this one, I think the names are even here for you to easily identify them. So, okay, so we normally use this one when you want to actually track some application running on your system. Some application can run on your system and you will never notice it. Malware can run on your application and you never notice it. So if you have antivirus, the antivirus will have to be able to scan these processes to identify which one is the malware. Because malware are difficult to detect. So when you run your antivirus software, as I have it here, so I have SmartDAV 2023 antivirus. This antivirus can, if you don't, this is the free one. If you are using free one, there are certain areas it cannot identify or it cannot scan there. See? So it is important to always install the package version so that it will be able to detect whether there is a malware or malicious program running. And you can use this if you can study this task manager critically, then you'll be able to identify some unusual application running. Unlike what we have here, when we open the Zoom, you can notice that we have opened the Zoom or Microsoft Edge. You know that, okay, we have opened this application. But those applications like hacking applications and then those malicious programs, they'll be uploaded onto your system and you never notice it. So you go to Task Manager, you can study the application critically. Like here, you can sort those applications with higher memory consumption. And then you notice that most of the time, the application with the higher consumption will be the malicious program. So you can notice this one. Go down, see the highest ones are down here. When you sort upward, those ones, the highest ones will come up. So you use this one to sort, and then you check the application running. Because most of the time they consume a lot of memory, or they'll be working at the background, so you will not notice it. So these are some of the techniques you can use. So when you notice that some application like this one, you know it's Firefox. If you notice that it's not Firefox and it's taking a lot of memory space, just right click on it and then you either end it. When you end it, then you restart your machine again. But if you know that, as you know, this is Firefox, then you would not do anything to it. And if you notice it's unusual, then you end it and then you restart the machine again so that the malware will not function. So these are some of the techniques you have to adopt when using a system with sensitive data. Okay, let's see. So we know how to check this, setting priorities, network transmission. Now, let's look at network transmission. As we have the network to, when you look at this, we have the network transmission. I think I showed this one. So this one, if you want to know the Zoom. The Zoom is using the internet. You can notice the Zoom is consuming data bundle. So this is 1.4, 1.5 megabit per second. So you can see the network transmission is 2% now. If we run some of the application, let me see, something like I want to run this. So let me run this one. I'm running this one. Okay, let's check. You can see the Zoom. The Zoom is also taking space. Sorry, network transmission, 0.1.2 megabit per second. So the moment you start using the internet, then the network transmission also starts working. So what happened when you notice that there's so much consumption of data, but you don't know the application consuming that data? So when you come here, sometimes it will be the Windows update. The Windows update will be updating. You can go and check Windows update. Just type update. Sometimes you buy data 7 gig. Within 30 minutes, it's finished. So you go and check the Windows data, which is this one. You click on it. When you come to Windows data, you check. So mine is up to date. If not, you'll see some download here, and then to be consuming a lot of power. Here, if I click on it, checking for update, there's nothing like update. I don't have any pending update or any downloaded some update that will be downloaded. So mine is up to date. It's just checking the internet to see. So as it's checking, you can go and see so you can see I'm on the update. So you can see which application is using the internet. You can see. This is console window post. Something is Windows update. You can see Windows update here. So Windows update is also in. Windows update is also here. You see? So you will notice that automatically it join the network transmission. So let's see. Okay, it's up to date. So you use the task manager to identify which application is consuming data. Then if you notice that is the application consuming, then you can end that application so that you will not notice whether someone is using your Wi-Fi and you are not noticing it. Someone can use your Wi-Fi. Sometimes when you come here, then you check your link. I'm using hotspot. So I check my phone to see if someone has joined. If not, the network here will not allow. Some can use powerful software to get the passcode or to get the Wi-Fi code. They will join the network and then they will use your internet. So this is the way to check which application is using your internet. You check the network and then you can possibly restart the machine and then use it. If not, By the time you finish, all your data is gone. Okay. So that's the network transmission. Services running on the computer. So let's look at some of the services that I normally use XAMPP. So XAMPP is one web server, is web services. So let me run the XAMPP. And then you see that this is what I use to run my applications. So Control Alt Delete. And then let's check. So you can see these are services. The ones here are the services running on your system. So sometimes when you go to the XAMPP, you can see services. When you click on it, it will load or it will open all the services running on your system for you. But the task manager can also display, yeah, these are the services running on your system. So this one, it doesn't add other application. It's only services. So these are services running on the machine. And what are services? Services are the ones that provide resources to this computer and other computer connected to this machine. So for example, I can see I have an application like, let's see, remote registry. If you want to use remote computer to access this machine, then you see it's disabled. So you can enable it to use remote devices to connect to this machine. So this is a service that has to be enabled. And then I have other service like, let's see, okay, so this is also a service running. Okay, it's not actually running. TCP/IP. So it's not actually running. And there are applications that we frequently use them. I want to get some of the applications. Okay, so this one to Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection Service. It's not running. You can enable it. You can start. See, you can start it for it to run. We have okay, say the Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection Service on local computer started and then stopped. Okay, so this one is nowhere. But actually, we have Windows Firewall running. Here, here is Windows Defender Firewall is running. You can stop it. If you stop it, it means that the very malware can run on your system. Viruses can come into your system. So always, this is one service that has to be running all the time. Windows Defender Firewall. And then other applications. Okay, so that is it. But the task manager also shows other services like the XAMPP. See, the XAMPP control panel. Yes, yes, it is running. These are applications that we use for programming. So all these are services running. So okay, so we have my SQL, my SQL. I want to check. Okay, so let's see, it's our application running. Okay, so that is the exam running. Okay, so this, so that is the services running on a computer. So there are applications that you install, you have to run it, go to services and go and run. Database like Microsoft SQL database, you can also install it and then you go to services, you run. Okay. I just want to throw light on this one, just overview of it, and then we will end the class. Installing and uninstalling of applications. And I'll just go to type control panel. Control panel is here. Just open it. So when you install a program or any application, you come to programs and what is it? Program installation. You have to look for it. Programs. So let's look for it. So programs, how to install or change a program. So these are programs that have been installed on your system. So anytime you don't want an application, you want to delete the application from your system, this is where you come. And you come and delete. So if I look through, you can see these are applications installed now. Like this one, I don't want this one. So you right click, go to uninstall. Then you uninstall from your system. Are you sure you want to completely remove this from your system? So you just click yes. So I've removed this application from the system. So, okay. So that is how you'll be able to uninstall programs. Now, when you want to install a program, just download and then you install the programs. So that's the best way. If the program is behaving unusual, then you uninstall and then you come and install it again. So you get, these are programs that I've downloaded. These are some of the programs I've downloaded. So for example, I have Ruby installer. So I install it